1st of December 2021, start of a new month, the last month of this calendar, the month which brings in thoughts of good times, parties, Christmas carols, and making a lot of resolutions which we break over a fortnight's time. Jokes aside, good evening everyone. We are on the 1st of December 2021, 8:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and Nifty, not much, 1% up, 188 points. It slipped yesterday, it bounced back today. Day before yesterday it bounced back, and the day before that it slipped, and it bounced back and slipped. So yes, fairly volatile, and trend stays down, but today's move I find encouraging. What we noticed yesterday was a pretty sharp slip from its intraday highs, and we discussed this in our yesterday's video. And keeping this kind of a close that we noticed yesterday, today we should have expected a bit of slowdown. We should have expected a softer market, but that is not the case. In fact, today it opened pretty strong, it stayed decently strong, it closed also pretty good, 188 points to close at 17,221 Nifty futures. Not bad at all. And I think that going forward, the next 2 days or a bit of next week also, this is the chance. If it goes above today's high, that is 17,250, it has now a pretty good chance to scale up to 350, 450 zone and maybe surprise us further up. What I'm trying to say is we corrected, then we went fairly volatile. We had shown signs of pretty good weakness yesterday, and today we bounced back and held well. And it's not a bad time or price. We can expect that the index can give us a move further on the upside from here on. If it fails to deliver, like from here on, taking out 350, 450 zone is highly possible. If not, then it's not going to come anytime soon. So 75 minutes time frame on the Nifty future shows very clearly this consolidation over here, if you can see this. But the important point in this consolidation are these twin towers, equally sized bullish candle and bearish candle. And so this high, break of this high becomes very important for any form of short-term bounce back further up. If I extend this volume profile towards today's close, you will notice very clearly that a pretty decent amount of volumes have happened down here. This is a good sign. This is a good sign for a short-term bounce back. I think we are in a position where finally we should get a bounce back after this correction that we are experiencing. I'll rephrase it. We can expect a short-term bounce back. I'm not going to sound very bullish, but I feel that from this price, the probability of a short-term bounce back is relatively higher than a correction. But that's just my view. Whether it turns out to be true or not, that time and price will prove us. Global markets, as we record this video, Dow Jones up 409 points. Wow. It fell, I think, over 600 points, 652 points, and today, as we speak, 408 points, 30 odd points positive for the Nifty, SGX Nifty. Not a bad thing. We'll take it tomorrow morning. I don't mind. No excuses, no complaints. PSU banks 2% up. Metals also fairly managed to bounce back. Please remember, most of these sectors are all in a downtrend. So first and foremost, we have to accept a short-term bounce back in a downtrend. That will be the first leg up. And then if it shows any further strength, then only can we use the word bullish or go bullish or stay bullish, etc. But as of now, I would say we can expect a short-term bounce back from the markets. Pharma was the only pocket which posted a negative close. In fact, charts of Dr. Reddy, DV, Sun are, yes, kind of looking weak. We can very clearly see it is in a downtrend, and it's dealing with this important zone for the CNX Pharma Index. Overall, as we are expecting a short-term bounce back, it's very obvious that most of the sectors like the banking, the metals, the energy, stocks like Reliance, etc. should participate. So let's see. Let's quickly go to the Iris software and quickly scan. I am going to put it here so that yes, we can straight away toggle between these two screens. Nifty 200, the InstaView scans run. 200 stocks scanned for us. Inside bar and bullish bearish Arami, we'll get a lot of them because today the market was range bound. Nothing in Oro Pharma. Bank Baroda, not bad. Looks like a good promising inside bar. Laurus Labs, not really. Adani Ports range expansion. ABFRL, not bad either. We've got some decent formations of candles. Adani is buying time. It's in a strong uptrend. It's held well in this market. Indian Bank also. It seems like some bank stocks can give us some move, and PFC also. These inside bars looks promising for a short-term bump up on the upside. Torrent Power has held well. Power stocks, amongst the power stocks, looks like a stock which can give us a move. However, we are scanning the bullish bearish Harami pattern, and this is not a very good bearish Harami pattern because the size of the long ranged bar yesterday and a very tiny bar today, so not the best looking pattern. Mindtree is not a bad bullish Harami pattern. This is a good one. Castrol, no, it's in a downtrend. Ashok Leyland is also a good bullish Harami pattern. Would have Dixon does not have any strong uptrend to call this as a bearish Harami pattern. Steel Authority, yes indeed. Siemens, no, very shallow uptrend. Sun TV, I'll take it. Looks like a bullish Harami pattern to me. Reliance is flat for the last 4-5 days, so cannot call it a bullish Harami pattern. PI Industries, again the same story like Reliance, flattish. Grasim, yes, decent, but the size of the mother candle and the size of the baby candle are both equal, so not so good. LIC Housing, this is nice. This looks good. Pretty sharp correction. Consolidation down here. This is a very good bullish Harami pattern. So bullish Harami pattern above today's high can lead to a short-term bounce back for these stocks, especially the ones which are looking promising. This guy also looks promising. In fact, it has corrected quite a bit. We're looking at Coal India daily chart here. So 155.55 looks poised for a short-term bounce. At least these stocks, if these patterns, the bullish Harami patterns plays out, we should see a decent close in tomorrow's trade and probably for the week. Jindal Steel has corrected quite a bit, and this is a bullish Harami doji. It's almost like a doji, so this is also a pretty good setup. Remember, all these patterns that we're looking at and the ones which I'm saying that looks good, promising, are stocks which, if they move above today's high, has some degree of possibility to extend further up. However, on the other hand, if they slip below the recent close, that should not be a good state for the price. Breakout trades, Whirlpool, nope. Vedanta, not really. Torrent Power is a breakout candidate above today's high of 556. Z is flattish. Bosch, not really a breakout, more of a bounce back candidate. And amongst the rest that I'm clicking through, I would like to see a stock which is poised for a breakout. None of them except, I would say, Torrent Power. Do we have the data to look for high volume delivery percentages within the Nifty 200? If I process this, what is the date? Yeah, 112. So Imami, Petronet and Sanofi, these are the stocks which have come in the high delivery percentages. In fact, amongst these stocks, one stock that stands out pretty high throughout the last few days is Sanofi. 87, 76, 70, 62, 68, 61, 69. So these are promising numbers. Petronet also mostly in the 60s, but Imami is erratic. 87, 47, 35, 76, 47. So I think Sanofi has clearly shown signs of steady increase of delivery percentages. Oracle is an intraday strategy. Cadila, Yes Bank, no. Imami, high range bar, same with Lalpath and Castrol. Oro Pharma, IRCTC looks decent for a short term move above today's high. Laurus Labs, not really. Let's see. Oracle means the pharmaceuticals are underperforming. The pharma names are underperforming, so wouldn't like to go for a long pharma stock for the rest of the week, for rest of the days this week. Indian Hotel, IRCTC. Okay, so this happens because when we scan for it, if it had created an inside bar after a quick rise, so let's cancel IRCTC. Power Grid, no. We will take a look at India Mart. Oracle short is promising. Below today's low is definitely more promising. REC, not really. Tata Elxsi, no. VBL, GSPL, and finally IPCA Lab. IPCA Lab also a break below today's low, and yesterday's low is very close to each other, can lead to some bit of weakness. So we have some stocks which has potential of a short-term bounce back. The overall markets where it is right now, I personally feel has a higher chance towards 350, 450. We will consider this to be a short-term bounce back first, and if that leads to some amount of, if that shows confidence, conviction, 350, 450 crossed and sustained, then we can start to feel better, positive, and then look for a follow through. Or else I think we should limit our trades for as short term period as possible, and definitely not try to carry too much too heavy overnight positions or over the weekend positions. I hope you've been trading well. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Trade well, trade wise.